got your girl in the color she choose.
Okay, people, it's that time for another class breakdown. In this video, I'll show you two separate gameplays. One rumble game in the open map of Shores of Time and a control map on Asylum with much more focus on close quarters combat. So the point of this is simple. The Sunsinger is nasty at any range. I mean, bruh, they don't even stand a chance. But let's hop into it. I'm going to walk you through from left to right on the skill tree and walk you through my choices. And by the way, played right, personally, I believe this to be the most dominating class in the game. So first things first, let's talk about the grenade. Now, I know the fusion grenade is one of the most rage-inducing options in the game. I myself have let out some involuntary cuss words after getting stuck by one, but nothing, and I mean nothing in the Warlock arsenal can match the versatility of the Firebolt Grenade set up correctly, which, you know, I'll touch on this in the final pieces as we move along. But covering the basics, it is a grenade that instantly seeks out its target at a decent range and can hit multiple opponents at once. This can be used as a finisher to end someone who you're only able to get a couple shots on, or the reverse. A lot of times I'll see right on the radar, toss a grenade out and finish them with a couple of well-placed shots. There are a few options that make this borderline uncounterable, but I'll get to that later again. Now, I'll leave this one up to you guys, but personally, I'm hooked on the last jump. This mix of control with a slight speed boost allows you to juke enemies after rounding corners, and I know a lot of people hate on the slow glide of the jump, but I tend to find it very hard to predict once you break the line of sight. You'll see this quite a bit in my videos. Once I break the line of sight, I jump straight up and maneuver myself into a position that is unexpected. This kind of aerial control can be very confusing to enemy guardians and can net you that split-second kill that you need to land on top of their heads with that fell Winter's Delight. So next we have the supers. With this choice, I won't be as forgiving. I don't really give you any options. The only option you should consider is Radiant Skin. And I know a lot of people will gravitate towards Fireborn, but as gamers get more savvy, the surprise factor is diminished. I'm not saying that it'll never work, but the potential is greatly limited in comparison to Radiant Skin. I don't know how many times I've taken out a full team with nothing but a high five and some Firebolt grenades. The first video clip perfectly sums up my inner Sunsinger. It just makes you feel like a tank. Now, the added damage reductions won't turn you into an invincible, non-killable juggernaut, but I'd be lying if I say I'd be lying if I said I haven't taken 6 to 7 last word bullets only to slap the shit out of them for the kill. The beautiful thing about the Sunsinger, though, is not its arsenal separately, it's their all-around synergy. The super dramatic cooldowns on your abilities, along with the damage reduction of Radiant Skin. So raining heat-seeking grenades one after the other can be devastating to the other team. Speaking of devastating, we have the only melee option worth speaking of to account for as well. Now, we all know its devastating power. I'm of course talking about the Flame Shield. With one connecting hit, I get an overshield that gives me the ability to take on even more damage. And if my super is activated during this process, guess what? Yep, one-hit kill. So not only am I fire-breathing, heat-seeking, grenade-throwing, bullet-sponging, one-hit killing machine, I can get additional health on top of the health I've already got. I mean, come on. The armor, agility, recovery are things I'm going to leave up to you, but I recommend having middle-of-the-road agility, high recovery, and low armor. I found that the combination works for me. With that, I'm going to combine the last two perks, Touch of Flame and Viking Funeral. These two perks put this class at God tier in the game. Touch of Flame allows your ability to do dot now. So not only do you have heat-seeking grenades, you have heat-seeking grenades and a melee that continues to do damage after your initial hit. Throw Viking Funeral in the mix and now you have double the dot ticks. To put this in perspective, you now only need one bullet and a grenade, and when I say bullet, I mean like hand cannon bullet, and a grenade to end your opponent. And as an added bonus, you now know where your opponent is hiding even longer as you can spot the tick damage through walls. as my last talking point, I'm going to make a firm recommendation on armor. Now, I know everybody goes crazy for the Heart of Praxic Fire, and rightfully so. It's an amazing piece, but honestly, I find that I can do the same damage with or without it. I mean, it's more of a, for me, it's more of a PvE kind of thing, to be honest with you, where I can spam fusion grenades on the enemy playing field. It's especially helpful on bosses. I can DPS all day. So no, I have to go with the Apotheosis Veil. Yeah, I think that's how you said it. And while its perk to regen health may only seem useful during Crota hard mode, I never head to the Crucible grounds without it. Think of it as a mini fireboard. I don't know how many times I've been taken to near death, only to dip behind a corner and come back with full health, the additional Radiant Skin armor, and a pocket full of grenades. This is the tactical man's loadout, as you have to choose the best timing to activate it, but if you can master the timing, you essentially have 2 lives whenever your super is ready. So yeah, this is my video on the Sunsinger. I would love to hear you guys' feedback, what you guys use in the Crucible. Again, I know there are some tweaks there that could be equally, well, I mean, for me, to be honest with you, I mean, not to say anything, but I feel like this is the best possible loadout you can have for a PvP setting. I know fusion grenades are crazy good, and I know obviously a couple of the other options can be crazy good as well in the right hands, but this is just my thoughts on it. This is my favorite class to play with. I feel like it's definitely the strongest class in the game for me. Again, it is a thinking man's loadout, but if you get it right, man, it's really hard to overcome. So yeah, tell me what your thoughts were. Hopefully you liked the video, and I'll see you soon. I'll be putting out the, what's that guy's name? The Hunter's video coming out soon, and hopefully you enjoy that as well, and thank you guys for watching. All right, bye.